risk matrix. ఇప్పుడు risk matrix వచ్చేసి how are we going to define risk matrix? No, simple 5x5 matrix. We can take 5x5 matrix, 3x4, 4x3, or it's up to you. You can take 10x10 depending on how critical you want the analysis to be or how critical you want the ranges to be. So let's just take a simple 5x5 matrix. You can just scale in. You know the risk matrix is always having probability and severity. What is risk? Risk is probability into severity. Probability is likelihood of the hazard occurring, and severity is the harm, the extent of harm. Okay, so if you just take probability on one scale and severity on other scale, let's just take 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 5 is 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, 20, 15, 10, 5, 16, 12, 8, 4, 12, 8, 4, 9, 6, 3, 6, 3, 4, 2, 2, 1. Okay, so it's our matrix is done. Okay, so here this is the scale. Okay, so this is the scale. I am keeping the scale and I am taking the scale as 1 to 5. Now when you are taking the scale of 1 to 5, we should first identify how we are determining the scale. What does this 5 mean? What does this 4 mean? What does this 3 mean, 2 mean, and 1 mean? So I say in probability wise, okay, 1 is a low likelihood or low probability, or you can say very low likelihood or very low probability. And in second scale, I'll just keep it as low probability. Okay, in third scale, I take it as medium probability or moderate probability, and fourth scale, I take it as high probability, and 5 I take it as catastrophic. So determining the scales is important. Why it is important, I will let you know. Okay, and here severity. Similarly, in severity we will take one is very less severe, 2 is very less severe, less severity, and here you have moderate severity, fourth one you have high severity, and fifth one you will have you have a casualty or most likely death or high asset damage. Okay, here we have major injuries, asset damage. Okay, in moderate we have minor injury, dangerous occurrences, or high potential near miss. So similarly we will categorize the severity. Okay, so now we have to determine, okay, where do we keep our scale? Okay, how do we separate our scaling? So for example, I take, okay, I just want to simplify this, and I want to determine my risk, either it will be high, medium, or low. That's all. Simple 3 categories. Now I want to determine, okay, saying that, okay, if the risk is in between 1 to let's just say 6. I think there's something missing here. 3. Why it is fine. 5. Okay. Okay. So any value between 1 to 6, I term this as low. Okay, and any value above 6, okay, and because there is no 7, I would like to take 8 to, okay, fine, 8 to 15, I will term it as medium risk. 8 to 15, I will term it as medium risk. And above 15, that is 16 to 20, I will term it as high risk. Okay, and why do I determine this particular risk as these 3 classifications? I need to justify. Okay, it is not a hard and fast rule that it has to be like this. It can be anything. If you want to say, sir, why for me I feel that 6 is very high, I want to keep 6 as medium. Okay, fine, no problem. You can keep 6 as medium. Just keep 1 to 5 as low and 6 to 15 as medium. Okay, so no one is going to question you why you want to classify it. Okay, because there is no hard and fast rule. Only thing is you just need to justify it. Because I would say 6 is medium risk because there is some chances of dangerous occurrences, right? 3 is what? We are having dangerous occurrences. So, because 3 is having dangerous occurrences, even though the probability of occurrence is very low, okay, say 2 into 2, okay, 2 into 3 is 6, right? Even though the probability of occurrence is very low, but because it is dangerous occurrence, okay, there is a chance that people will be injured or the asset might be damaged, right? So I want to keep it as medium risk, fine. If you are justifying it in this way, it's absolutely fine. Or else no, I want to bring, I don't want to categorize in this way. No problem, I can take up this moderate severity because the likelihood is low. So I want to keep it as 6. Okay, fine, no problem, you are justifying it. As long as you are clear with what and how you are justifying, it's absolutely fine. Okay, there is no hard and fast rule that you have to keep as it is. Okay, or you might get it in some internet, you just take it up, they have given the classification, I have to follow this. No, not at all required. Okay, so as long as you classify your scales properly, you need to know exactly which scale is used in which way. Like I said here, catastrophic. Catastrophic means some, there is a very high chance, okay, very high probability, and it's going to be disastrous. Okay, so no, you cannot put catastrophic here. You can just put very high probability. That means it happens very often. Very often it happens. Okay, very high probability. And here we will have catastrophic. Severity is catastrophic. So unless we determine the scales properly, our risk matrix, we cannot use it to full potential. Okay, so this is how we use scales in order to determine your risk with risk matrix. Okay, so this is one part.